suede leather seats. They don't really hold you into the seat whenever you're driving very fast, but I mean, it's supposed to be a family car, but it holds me in a decent amount, but it doesn't hold me in as much as you'd think for being a sport. It's nothing special, but definitely one of my favorite cars. It's my personal favorite car that I own. It has 85,000 miles on it. Bought this car in January 14th of 24. Or no, 25. I've almost had this car for a whole year. I got it with 76 or 78,000 miles. I had a bunch of problems with it whenever I first got it. It wasn't a misfire, but I forgot what it's called. But it was like a pressure valve for the gas. So every time I'd fill the car up and I try to restart it at the gas station, it would just sit there and crank. It wouldn't start, and then it would start and have a rough idle, and then die, and then it'd idle at like 500 RPMs. So I took it to Bob Pointer and Seymour and had them fix it. Well, they didn't even end up fixing the problem, but the dealership was a Ford dealership in Tennessee that I bought this car from. I had it shipped here. They said that they cover all the costs. Well, it ended up only being $100, but I'd rather pay $100 than a few thousand. So I ended up having them do all the work. It was like a 2-month process getting it all done. I finally picked up the car, and it's still having the same problem. It kept like breaking up. Every time I'd fill it up, it would just start like there's pressurized in the tank, so it was trying to go out the gas tank or the fill lid. So I ended up taking it back there again, and they got it figured out. Or they didn't even do it. Actually, I done it. I had a scanner, and I scanned it, and it told me what was wrong with the car. I had like, I think it was 70 something codes on this car. Now granted, not every single 70 something codes was different codes. A lot of them were the same codes, but they were popping up in different categories as well from where it should have been. I ended up getting all that stuff fixed, and now ever since I got this car back and got it fixed the way I wanted it, and it's been a really good car to me. It's not very good on gas mileage. I'd say it's alright on gas mileage. Right now I'm getting 16 miles per gallon, but I've also been driving it pretty hard. I just filled it up like maybe 8 minutes ago. The thing handles amazing. The ride's really good, really comfortable car. It has a 12-gallon gas tank, if I remember correctly. It cost me like, I run 93 in it, and it cost me about 40 to 50 bucks to fill it up from, that's on a quarter of a tank to E. But most of the time I won't even run it that low. But it has 325 horsepower, and I don't remember how much the torque is. But this thing, it gets down pretty good. Especially at a 60. Whenever I first got this car, I went from 60 to 100 and 130, 140 in 8 seconds, if I remember correctly. One thing I like the most is the paddles, especially in sport mode. Whenever I got this car, it was bone stock. I'm the second owner of it. Bone stock, hasn't been touched at all. Thing was a fishbowl, everything. This car, it looked like it just rolled out of the factory. So then, I just a few months ago, I got 5% tint all the way around, 20% windshield. I done the blackout side markers. I just took some black vinyl and wrapped over it. And then I got the Steeda cold air intake, which I've had that on there for right before I done the tent. But then I got rear reflector LED lights, and they're the switchbacks and brake lights also. That made the car look a lot better. Next, I'm probably going to do I need to lower it, and I need to get some wheels, and I'm probably going to get the rear spoiler extension. This is definitely my favorite car. I love this thing to death. I don't know why the window keeps fogging up. What's up, dear? Sensor that's inside the air box, it wasn't plugged in. I had to unplug it to take the lid off. And once I got that cold air intake, it didn't really wake the car up that much. I could definitely tell a difference, but just the turbo noise by itself, I think was worth it. I'm gonna end up getting a turbo smart blow off valve. It's like $400. And then probably later down the road, I'll do like charge pipes or something. Bigger intercooler, and then I'm gonna get the resonator taken out. I'm probably gonna put an X pipe in it. That way I can hear the crackles and pops a lot more and hear the turbo noise from the exhaust. Because right now I have no turbo noise out of the exhaust. The only turbo noise I have is the cold air intake. I like this car a lot. Now, I bought this car out the door price the very first time that we signed papers, or right before we signed papers. The final price was $19,000. Now the car only has 70-something thousand miles, and it has every single feature you can get. Second time I got the papers, right after we signed, it came back to being $21,000. And then later down the road, I kept getting papers in the mail from the place that I got the loan through, and the final price was $26,000. But it went up $3,700 from what I was quoted because I didn't show proof of insurance. So then I showed proof of insurance, and they dropped it $3,700 on top of it. So right now, the final price for it for a payoff is $22,000, and I made 5 or 6 payments on it, if I remember correctly. I had 3 months. The first 3 months, I didn't pay anything on the car. I'm only paying $190 on insurance, which isn't that bad. some reason this car, it has like winter tires on it or something. Every time that I launch this thing, no matter what RPM I build the boost up at, it will spin, it'll chirp the tires, and it'll shift, and then it'll try to shift back down to second sometimes whenever it hits third, and then it'll hit third and then be really doggy and fall on its face, and then it hits fourth and it's alright. And I think it's the tires, but we'll do a launch right here. That's 1500. I'm just going to ease into it. Shut down really bad in third gear. We'll do another one, see what it does. And I think also because I eased into it instead of being so hard on it off the jump, that's what also helped it. That's about 17, 18. Big time difference right there. Whenever well, for me at least with this car, and I think it's because of the tires, but whenever I build up boost on that high of RPMs, for some reason, like the 0 to 60 time is a huge difference. The last time I done a 0 to 60 test, I think the time was like 5.6, if I remember correctly. Which isn't bad for what this car is, but I've seen people get 4.9 out of it, so